Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can't sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because we are going to finally be updating my daughter Rayanne's room. She is 16 months this coming week, and let me tell you, she is into everything. She has so many new toys and she needs a place to put them. So we are going to be doing some rearranging of furniture. We're going to go ahead and look at some storage options, and of course we are going to be decorating. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, before we get into any of the decorating or the rearranging of furniture in the baby's room, I want to share with you a super easy but also beautiful wall decor piece. And all it is a bunch of yarn and a giant log, and it was so easy to make. The yarn that I love to use is the Yarn Bee brand. I use this yarn for just about everything from pom-poms to tassels, and now even this project. So I'm so excited to show you how I created such a beautiful piece of wall art. For this project, you can choose to just use a wooden dowel, but I really wanted more of a rustic look, so I went with a birch log. I grabbed a super long piece at Michael's, and I had my husband cut it down to the desired size. I went ahead and started laying out some of the thicker yarn to the desired length, and I went ahead and connected it just by looping it around the base and pulling the remainder of the yarn through. This allowed it to be attached to the log without any glue or anything like that, so if I ever want to change this up or use different materials later on, I have that option. I did want to go ahead and give it as much texture as possible, so I decided to go ahead and braid this first set of yarn. This is more of like a stringy material, and my cat loves yarn, so this project was her favorite one so far. For the rest of the yarn that I was using, I went ahead and just looped it in like chunks of different colors so that I could get kind of a desire of different textures and colors and a different juxtaposition throughout the entire thing, but I still wanted it to look cohesive. So I'm just laying out each color and filling it in with some coordinating colors to give it the look that I'm going for.
So small. Watch the clock ticking off the
project was surprisingly not very time consuming, and it was very relaxing for me to do. I think I finished it in about 45 minutes, and I just love the end result. I highly recommend using different textures of yarn, including both thicker pieces and some with maybe a little bit of fringe, just to give it a lot of balance for the entire project.
When I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest.
I was happy with how everything looked. I went ahead and trimmed any excess yarn at the bottom to make it nice and even on the bottom here. This is a project that you can really customize, so you could make it into like a point or into like the bottom of a banner where it has the 2 points on the edge and it kind of comes in at a triangle. It's really up to you. But to hang it, I knew I wanted to use some jute string, so using a drill, I went ahead and just created a hole all the way through on both sides of the log.
Hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
To make my hanger, I went ahead and threaded that jute string and tied it in multiple knots to make it thick enough to hold up, and I did the same thing on the opposite side.
I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes.
The project was actually quite easy and it turned out beautifully, and I'm so happy with what I ended up with. Now that we have a major focal piece for her room, it is time to show you the process of how I transformed it. Before we get too far into it, I am going to go ahead and put a couple clips in here of her room a couple of days ago. I did move some furniture around and I'm going to show you what it looks like.
I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
So when you first walk into her room, this is the view that you get from the doorway. And we are going to do some movement of furniture. So originally I had a hutch or cabinet right here that has been moved. It is now in her closet. I do have a toy box sitting over here for the time being. I do need to find a place for it, but right now that will do. We are going to be moving pretty much everything with the exception of this wall. So this wall will pretty much stay the same. However, I am going to put up some floating bookshelves right here. So we have our work cut out for us, so let's go ahead and get to it.
Fix your eyes on me. I can't help myself.
Toy organization, I have learned very quickly, is not a joke, and it is something that you definitely need to put a lot of thought into. And I decided that I wanted something that was both aesthetically pleasing but also functional and accessible for a toddler. So I went ahead and I grabbed a 6-cube organizer. I wanted to make sure she was able to reach all of the drawers with no problem, and it would have no possibility of falling over on her. So that is why I went with this method, but I truly think it is going to work out great.
I think that every word you say to me is like poetry. I just want you for my own. It's really easy to tell that you're the best girl I've ever known. I'm not gonna waste this. What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love?
That our organizer is built, it is time to go ahead and clear out the rest of our space here and get some furniture moved around.
There's something about the way you fix your eyes on me. I can't help myself falling.
As you all know, love the rustic and farmhouse look, and I think that these shelves and this mirror together really do bring that vibe to this space. However, I think it is time for her room to be a little bit more girly, whimsical, and just carefree and fun. And that is really the look that I am going for with all of the decor choices that I've made for her today.
What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love? good a day as any.
I'm just going to finish up and remove all of the screws and hardware from these shelves, and then we are going to go ahead and fill in those holes so that we can paint over them a little bit later.
When the old one's gone under the knife, and I can feel the sun on my skin.
So now that I have everything down off the wall, I'm going to go ahead and fill in all the holes with some painter's putty. I'm just going to use this tool here, and when it's dry, we'll go ahead and sand it down and do a quick touch up on the paint as well. Then I'm sure will tell you that I put way too many holes in our walls, but the reality is those command strips that everybody raves about just do not work for me. No matter what I do, they always fall down. I tried using them to hang wreaths this past year, and every day I would look down and there would be the wreath on the floor, and I just kind of have given up. So I use a lot of screws, push pins, and things like that. But in the end, I always go back in and fill the holes, repaint the walls so that it does not look like anything was there, especially because I love to switch out my decor. Tell me down below if you know the secret to command hooks and making them work for you. Please share that knowledge with me because I am dying to get them to work.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no.
I absolutely love this stuffed animal hammock that my mother made for my daughter. It is absolutely perfect for holding all of her little stuffed friends, which she loves so much. But I did notice that it was stretching out a little bit too much, and being that her crib was going to be right beneath it, I needed to shorten it a little bit. So rather than asking her to make me a new one that was a little bit smaller, I just went ahead and tied knots on each of the corners, just bringing it up a couple of inches, and it made such a difference. I also attached some cute little tassels to bring in that whimsical flair, and I just love how this turned out. Always amazing to me what a little bit of furniture moving can do for a space, and I absolutely loved doing this as a child. I would stay up until the middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning, rearranging my bedroom probably every 6 months, just because I loved to have like that new feel and make a space a little bit more refreshed. So I thought that maybe moving some furniture around in here could do some greatness for us, and I really love how it ended up turning out.
Time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
As I am moving things from one place to another, I keep discovering more and more dirt on the ground, so I am constantly using my Dyson vacuum to pick it up. This video is not sponsored. I am just a huge fan of my Dyson handheld, and I will recommend it to anyone.
Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together?
Now that all of our furniture is in place, I'm going to go ahead and hang up some of these photo ledges, I think is what they're called. They are originally from IKEA. We had them in a different room and they were taken down and had just been sitting in a box, so I decided this was the perfect way to display some of her books and some other decor pieces for the different seasons. So I'm going to hang 2 of these picture ledges, and I'm also going to hang an adorable floating heart shelf that I grabbed at Ross, you guys. It is so cute. I can't wait for you to see it.
Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
Above her bed, I am hanging a sign that reads the "Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep" prayer. It was the prayer that I grew up learning. However, the words have changed slightly. I just love it so much, and I do say this little prayer with her every night before bed.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever. Forever.
And finally, we are going to go ahead and hang up the original prints that I grabbed for her original nursery, and that is this adorable watercolor giraffe with balloon, and I love this purple hippo with his little balloon as well. We have always done the hippos and triceratops for her room, and when we found this giraffe print, we thought it was so beautiful we couldn't pass it up.
How many smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to?
Now for the moment that I have been waiting all day for, and that is finally getting to hang my brand new wall hanging. I am so happy with how this turned out, you guys. It is stunning in person. I swear the camera does not do it justice. I am using a really strong screw into a stud to hang this because it is so heavy. But I want to tell you that I've seen similar wall hangings to this that go for upwards to $200 on Etsy, and I've also seen things that are similar on the Anthropologie website. So it is so worth it just to take some time and make it yourself. And if you do, make sure you tag me over on Instagram. Alrighty guys, it is a couple of days later, and I just wanted to quickly show you what we still need to get done, and we are going to go ahead and try to finish this room in this space today, with the exception of one thing which I can't do because my baskets didn't come in, but let's go ahead and get started. So a couple of days ago I hung this wall hanging with you guys, and I still have not yet painted over the painter's putty that we put up to fill in the gaps and the holes. So that is the first thing we are gonna do. I did go ahead and move this Love You More garland over the teepee, which I do like how that looks. But of course, Valentine's Day is just in a couple of days, so all of that decor will be switched out in an upcoming video. Over here, we still need to cover up all of the white spots with paint, and I also need to decorate these shelves. And this set of shelves has become a complete mess, so I do need to go ahead and tackle that. And the last thing we are gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and hang up a peg rail over here, and it's going to essentially be for all of her like dress up stuff. For Valentine's Day, she is getting a cute little cape, and she has like a magic wand and stuff, so I plan on that being for that, and any other pieces for dress up and pretend play to be down here. So I went ahead and moved that toy box into our upstairs loft area, so she has her toys in one spot. So we have a lot on our hands and on our plate today, so we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Take me away. I'm okay if I got you. We don't have to stay. We can do what we want.
Okay, so something I wanted to share with you guys is that we always keep a can of our wall color paint on hand, and no matter what house we are in, and a bunch of these foam brushes, because they are perfect for touch-up paint jobs. We get little scuffs and things all over our house, so this is a great way to cover them up without having to worry about restuccoing and all that other stuff that you need to do. So just a tip, always keep a can of paint on hand and these really cool foam brushes.
Looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just want to make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I want to kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change.
So I do want to give that paint a little bit of time to dry before I move on to putting things on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and hang my new peg rail, and this one I just grabbed at Walmart. I think it was like $4.97 or something like that, and I painted it white. I thought it was perfect for this little space, and I love that I'm able to put it at a height that she can reach, but it is also going to be safe for her. So I am also having some real trouble getting into this corner to actually attach it to the wall. So I did end up having to use a hand screwdriver to connect it, guys, but it was so worth it in the end.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down.
If you're not following me over on Instagram, make sure you do. My handle is @SoVeryVeronica, and over there I really do share a lot of my day in the life stuff, a ton of stuff about my daughter, but more importantly some of my DIYs, like the sign I just hung above this peg rail. So check me out over there. I'll have my details linked down below. Some of my favorite things to plan out are decor videos, and I really love putting the effort into decorating shelves. So this is my happy place, and I hope you love how these turned out as much as I do.
I will get close to your heartache if you want to open your door. I'm feeling kinda lost when your mind is hiding whatever that is choking your chest. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side.
I'm sure you can tell it is still the Valentine's Day season, so I did keep the Valentine's Day decor up so that it could stay nice and festive in her room until Valentine's Day was over.
Forget about what's wrong, let it all out on me. you want, open your door. If that's what you want, then baby try to believe me when I say that you can tell me anything. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side. So let it all out of me.
Shelves are in order except for these books. These books are a disaster, so I'm actually taking all of them out. I'm going to color code them the way I normally do and put them back so that they are way more appealing to the eye.
I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side. I'm here. Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out.
Alrighty guys, just finished up baby girl's refresh of her room, and I want to give you a quick tour of everything in here so that you can see how everything turned out. So I'm going to flip this camera around and show you around. So this is the view of the bedroom when you are first walking in. So definitely very different than what it used to look like. Obviously the bookshelf is still in the same place, so is the chair, but definitely changed some things around. So immediately coming into the room, we have our changing table. Now this dresser is an antique that I refinished with some turquoise paint and some antiquing wax, and I just love how this turned out. And I also really love this. This is the Hatch Baby Scale. For any new mamas, I highly recommend this. Right above that we have the two prints that we originally put in her nursery. So we really loved the idea of the purple hippo because that's like our thing, and then the giraffe, and they both were holding a balloon. I need my husband to figure out why I can't get this one to hang straight, because for the life of me I just can't. Up on top we do have that little Target shelf. I haven't taken off the tag yet because my husband's going to go ahead and screw that into the wall because we like the angle and everything. Moving over here, I have my daughter's stuffed animal hammock. My mom actually crocheted this for me, and it actually ended up stretching too much. So all I did to shorten it was knot each one of the corners and rehang it, and I added these cute little tassels. I made those real quick just using some multicolored pink and purple toned yarn. And right above her crib, I have her Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep prayer that I grabbed at Hobby Lobby. I've had my eye on this since before she was born, but I wasn't able to find it, and I'm so glad that I ended up grabbing that. Moving over here to our bookshelf area, we also have our new peg rail. And I grabbed this little heart at Hobby Lobby, and I just love how perfectly this matches with the grays, the browns, the pinks, and the whites. So I had to get that. And I also made this Happy Girls Are the Prettiest sign. Underneath that I have this cute little basket. Inside of it, it has a unicorn hooded blanket that her grandma bought her. I thought it was perfect for the whimsical nature of dress up and play. So hopefully she really likes that. I did recolor code her books and kind of switch some things around a little bit on her little shelves here, but I am planning on taking this shelf out and actually putting her dollhouse here. Hopefully it will fit for me, so fingers crossed that works out, but that'll be coming up in a future video. And to the right of that we have our little book ledges here, and on top we have this beautiful heart floating shelf. I just thought this was so gorgeous, and I think I got it for like $16, you guys, at Ross. So definitely check out Ross, Home Goods, Marshalls, all those types of stores to find the perfect pieces for your home. Over here we do have the baby girl's Play TP. She loves this thing. Normally I have 2 fluffy mats on the bottom, but they are in the dryer right now. To the right I have a cute little wicker basket with just like kind of some catch-all toys and some blankies. I just love rolling blankets. I think it's so pretty. And eventually I want to put like all of her really pretty stuffed animals in this basket. And then to the right here we have our new wall hanging, which guys, I'm so obsessed with this. I think it turned out so beautiful. I'm so happy with it. And I do have our 6 cube organizer. And unfortunately my baskets did not come in time because I was going to show you how I was going to organize her toys in this video. But I do plan on like a basket for pretend play, a basket for her blocks, a basket for her Legos, and things like that, so that she has a place for everything and it can stay nice and organized. And when she's done with that toy, I can put everything back in the basket and put it back on the shelf that it belongs. So that is the plan. Fingers crossed that actually works out for us. Alrighty guys, and that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I made my amazing wall hanging. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the different updates we did to baby girl's pre-toddler room. She is just about to be 16 months old, and I am so excited because she's just learning and exploring and just having so much fun. And I hope that this new room or new setup is going to help to promote those new skills of hers. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on those notifications, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye!
I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old.